Damn it. Why? 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 Why San Franciscans? She's talking about running for re-election. She's been in there 20 years. Why?
They're trying to do right now, they're trying to undo the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act, which means they would raise the cost of prescription drugs for seniors. They would offset what we're doing.
Do you hear this?
To protect the planet from the climate crisis.
Do you hear this?
So there's urgent.
There is no deal because she and the Republicans did not pass a deal for the planet. The prescription drug Build Back Better, they didn't get it passed. Her, Biden, Sinema, Chuck Schumer, Joe Manchin, they took it all out and then talked about the progressive Democrats like dogs. Then went behind their back and sold their stocks. Her husband, Joe Biden, Joe Manchin, all of them. Don't fall for this again, please. Don't fall for this again. Her and the Republicans, Mitch Mitchell, all of them, they just keep doing the same thing over and over again. And now they have the audacity to sit with a straight face and ask you guys to give them another term. They are working together. You San Franciscans, y'all gotta see through this. You gotta see through this. They said, we got it. We got the prescriptions lowered. Don't you know that this one right here, sold our land to the pharmaceutical companies in order to lower those those prescription drugs? This one sold our land, and the pharmaceuticals got a deal where they don't even have to lower the prescription drugs until 2026. We got them to lower, what's that main drug? Diabetes medication, insulin. We got them to lower insulin. She's sitting on here talking about it like it's the best thing in the world. The insulin does not get lowered down until 2026.
Urgency in terms of my city, our issues here, and the global conflict between democracy and autocracy.
So let's start with San Francisco, as you know, is my hometown. It's my most favorite place on earth. I'm a UC Berkeley grad and a Bay Area native. And it does need voices and powerful. She's a Republican. Washington. What is your prescription for helping the city from within? I mean, it is the subject of constant attack segments on conservative media. And the tragedy to me seems like they can find enough examples of the most heinous things they want to say about our beautiful city to further the smears and the attacks. How do you turn San Francisco around?
Because she thinks that she helped y'all.
Just say that these attacks are not unusual from the right. We have the New York Times having a field day about one thing or another in San Francisco, and we wonder about them too. But nonetheless, the fact is we do
no
have
reparations.
An isolated situation in the downtown San Francisco, in the Tenderloin district.
People are sleeping in tents.
And we have just said to the people there and the rest who are very much concerned about it, that if there is crime and there is violence and there are drugs, there will be arrest, and that's the way it is.
They've done nothing.
It doesn't matter if the person is.
They have done nothing. The people are sleeping in tents. They have nowhere to go. On her watch, and it's been that way for years. They're sleeping under bridges. Please do not reelect this woman again. Please do not reelect, because the next place they're going to go is in your backyard, is in front of your steps. They've put them in the desert because they've run out of places. You can't even go to a store downtown. And now the migrants are here from Haiti, Nicaragua, Cuba, and Venezuela. They are here, and they've been here. Why? Because her and the Republicans and all the other corporate Democrats, when I say corporate Democrats, I mean the moderate Democrats and the conservative Democrats, not the progressive Democrats, and the Republicans, they have no intention on doing anything about these migrants for those 4 countries. We still have treaties where we are paying those countries, those dictators, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars because we are buying supplies from their countries. Treaties that she made with them in the 90s. In the 90s for 20 years. Excuse me. And then after the 20 years is up, every 10 years, it gets renewed. Horrible. Buying stocks, doing business with these people, selling them guns and weapons so that they can have wars against people in their own countries. And then they have their silent partners with these companies. This is why somebody busts a husband in the head if they really did it. I still think that was just a ploy. I apologize if it's not true, but I still think that was an election ploy to get Democrats reelected. At any rate, San Franciscans, please, there are homeless Americans laying in the streets, and we are taking earmarked money. That means on taxes that have not been paid yet. But they will not pass reparations for Black and white people who have slaves, ancestors that were slaves, that this government owes money to, $1.5 million each, that they won't pay us, but they earmarked $12 billion for migrants from other countries, and Americans are laying in the streets. Please do not reelect her, Mitch Mitchell, none of the people that have been in office for 20 years. Please do not reelect them. Have a good night.